the greatest setting in college football. And even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. A huge opportunity for both of these teams to get a boost and find a way to break into the top 25 if they can come out with a victory. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Snagged in the middle. It's Clement. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Altmaier. Finds his tight end. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois. People wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
Wants to go up top. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Caught behind the line. It's Evans. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman, David. What's his... There he goes! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Pulls it in. It's Boston. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Huskies with the 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. He's got it down the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those 1st downs.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And it's on the ground. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
The play action fake. Got it in the middle, it's Arkin. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. two running games so far. Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Unloads quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. On the run, it's Coleman. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskies will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Williams looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Arkin. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. They've got the screen set up. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Quarterback on the keeper. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Huskies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, no mystery there. 3rd down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams will pass. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw. It's complete. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Now they'll try the right side.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Back to throw. It's Altmaier. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Illinois! Quick strike through the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on first down. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He's looking deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You've got to find him in the passing game.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The give to the lone running back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
221 wing, 221 wing. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds a tight end. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Floating away. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Williams looking for a man. They're setting up the screen. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Off play action. Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Gonna run it. It's Coleman. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over. Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
Man, you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run, the physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. On the move. Good, solid tackle. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They take the lead, just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are 1 play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on 2nd down. He makes the grab.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
And sometimes I just feel